The king of the north will be here, maybe in the relatively near future, setting up his palace as a temporary headquarters in or near Jerusalem. Now, that's all we have in Daniel chapter 11. But the New Testament adds to the role of Israel. We can go to Revelation, right, and get information. And we find Israel being mentioned in chapter 7 and 14. And we find the 144,000 when it talks about Israel. And I heard the number of those who were sealed. 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed. Of the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Reuben, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Gad, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Asher, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Naphtali, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Manasseh, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Simeon, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Levi, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Issachar, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Zebulun, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Joseph, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Benjamin, 12,000 were sealed. 12 times 12,000 equals 144,000. Well, we find the 144,000 again in Revelation 14, where it says, "Then I looked, and behold, a lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's names written on their foreheads." No one could learn that song except the 144,000 who were redeemed from the earth. These are the ones who are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are the ones who follow the Lamb wherever he goes. These were redeemed from among men, being firstfruits to God and to the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no deceit, for they are without fault before the throne of God. Boy, if you can be perfect in your speech, you're pretty good. No deceit was found in their mouth. Okay, pretty impressive people. But we have some problems. Number one, we have some missing or duplicated tribes. And so let's take a look at what I'm talking about here. Genesis 49, in birth order, we have the sons of Jacob. His other name was Israel. And so there are the 12 tribes of Israel. But we have two prophetic listings of the 12 tribes. There's one in Ezekiel. Levi's no longer on the list. Manasseh gets his place. Joseph is missing. Ephraim gets his place. So what do we have? We have the two sons of Joseph going from half tribes to whole tribes in the Ezekiel prophetic listing. Now, do you remember what was different about the Revelation listing? I just read it to you. But I bet you most of you don't remember the 12 tribes that I just read. Here you go. Levi's back. Manasseh can't have that spot. Dan's gone. Manasseh gets that. Ephraim is gone and Joseph is back. If these are genetic listings, we got a problem. Or is God telling us to dig a little deeper? And that's exactly what I believe is going on here. Also, other problems. There's an even 12,000 for each tribe. Why is that an issue? If you look at any census in the Bible of the different tribes, you'll find that some tribes were very large and some tribes were very small. In which case, you better hope you're in one of the little tribes because you got a better chance of getting into the 144,000. But that's not the way God typically works, is it? He goes by our faith situation. Also, they're all virgins. Sorry, ladies, they're male virgins. And I said that one time, and a lady spoke right up and said, but it said there's no deceit on their lips. I've never met him yet. And she's right. How many of us are without sin? Jesus. Jesus is the only one who technically matches the description. And there's one of him.